All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see if you're hearing me. I'm meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer. I'll be with you anytime now as we head into the 7:15 First Alert live streaming weather show. Just have to find it. There we go. Okay, we've got audio there, and it looks like we've got audio pretty much everywhere else. So what I want to do here is, got to turn on the lights. Doesn't look too good without the lights. All right, there are the studio lights right there. And it is just 7:15 according to my clock, and we are ready to go here with the First Alert streaming weather show. All right, so what we've got coming our way, first of all, is we have a shot from Turfway Park, and you can see that shot at Turfway Park is actually looking like there's not much going on, but I've seen horses there just recently, and they had been dragging the track, so I'm assuming racing is going on, although I haven't seen any of that racing going on. And what we also want to look at, now the clouds may interfere with this, but I was able to zoom in with our levy camera on the crescent moon as it was setting, and let's see here. It'll take a few seconds for it to come up, and then I'll put it in. Here you go, 50 degrees right now at the International Airport, and I don't think we're seeing it right now. Oh, there it is. Okay. Now the clouds are kind of interfering with this, and so I can move it around a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so that is the crescent moon, and you can see the cloud cover rolling there in front of it, and there's a little bit of a breeze, so the camera is kind of shaking. I just thought you'd like to take a look at that. I do a lot of photography of the moon and all that, and it's kind of one of my things. And so you can see pretty nice looking shot there of the crescent moon beginning to set in the western sky around the tri-state. So one more time, let's go back to the levy camera here. All right. And I think what we've got coming our way, we had a nice day today. As a matter of fact, the high temperature today made it up to 60 degrees. And that is a good 19 to 20 degrees warmer than normal, depending upon your particular location around the tri-state. And then tomorrow, the high temperature only 44 degrees, and that 44-degree temperature is a little bit above normal still, but not like it was today. So there you go. You can see this is our Mount Auburn camera. Okay, Mount Auburn right up above, just to the north of downtown Cincinnati, a little bit northeast, but. You can see the cloud cover there, and we're in and out of cloud cover. I-71 moving along just fine at the present time. And again, temperature's beginning to cool off. But oops, there's our tower cam shot. I was trying to get a shot of the moon, but couldn't find it, and I forgot to move the camera away from the tower. So that's that. Temperatures right now have dropped to 43 in Richmond, Indiana. It's 46 now in Batesville, 43 in Chillicothe, Washington Courthouse also in the 40s. The Butler County Regional Airport now down to 48 degrees in Hamilton, and quite a few others in the 50s. So it really is showing where there's clear skies in the valley areas, you begin to get it cooling off a little bit more. But it's going to cool off into the 30s, and we've got wind chills in the upper 20s tomorrow morning. Okay, so you can see what's happening there. There's the shower activity to the south. There's a lot of shower activity, it looks like, off to the north and west. But all the models say that is just going to fall apart and go away, and we may see a sprinkle in here this evening or overnight, but that is about it. So this evening, currently it's 50. We have a forecast temperature by 11 o'clock of 46, and of course, when I redo the video that goes on our website for this evening, we'll take a look at how close we were by looking at the 9 o'clock temperature. But we're thinking 46 by 11 p.m., overnight down to 30 with a bit of a wind chill, and then tomorrow a high of only 44 degrees. Now that high of 44, again, still warmer than normal, but it's nothing like it was today. It was so great. I parked my car on the top deck of our parking garage here at Fox 19, got out of the car, and I thought, man, I really don't want to go back inside, but I had to work, so I did. Okay, so that's what it looks like for tomorrow, and then another chilly night tomorrow night, but up into the 50s on Sunday. So the cloud cover is showing up like this, and you can see we're in and out of it throughout the night. This particular model says by 7:30 mostly clear, but we've got more cloud cover that rolls in. So without a doubt, overnight and during the day tomorrow, in and out of cloud cover. Now, that looks like a lot of cloud cover, but a lot of it's a high, thin cloud cover, so we do have some of that coming our way. Okay. I don't know why this thing started on the 31st, Friday. Okay, so it started where I wanted it to. I forgot. This is the 31st, isn't it? Okay, so let's take a look at what happens here. This is the system that brought us the rain earlier today. We ended up in a dry slot here, so we dried out pretty nicely. This is coming back in, maybe a few sprinkles. And watch off to the west when we take a look at it. And what you're going to see here is quite a bit of activity coming in out of the west. So system that we had today, pushing off to the east, new activity coming in from the west. And I'll put it back to full screen so you can see what's going to happen. Okay, so put that into motion. And there you see that the activity continues to move eastward as we head through Sunday. Really nothing going on in our neck of the woods for a Groundhog Day. As we head into Monday, again, the same thing. Nothing much going on. But as we start getting to the middle of the week, there you see all the rainfall starting. Now, I'll stop this, and we'll go back over it by hand so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so, and we've been talking for the past couple of weeks about very active weather systems coming our way. And so here we go. We're back into Tuesday. Now we're, and this is so touchy that I always mess this up. So give me a second. I'm going to readjust this to make it there. Now I can do this. Okay, so now we're going on into Wednesday. You see the showers pop up Wednesday. You see that pink up there. This is saying there might be a little bit of a mix as it begins early Wednesday morning. That's before dawn Wednesday morning, 5:40 a.m. So Wednesday might start off with a little bit of a mix. But what we're really concerned about is Wednesday night into Thursday. So watch what happens here. Okay, that all the mixed part of it goes away. And then notice how it shifts coming back in from the south. It's a pretty classic spring thunderstorm situation. So we are looking at the possibility of some strong thunderstorms Wednesday night into Thursday and maybe even into the day Thursday. Could be our first bout this year of close to severe weather. Too early to call it severe, but we're just watching for some stronger thunderstorms coming Wednesday night into Thursday. Okay, and then we head past that system. Notice it stays around for a while, all the way into Thursday evening. We've got some rain. Finally moves off to the east. The next system begins to come our way, and right there, I'll back it up. Right there, another system looks just like that. Saturday on into Sunday, another chance for some thunderstorm activity around the tri-state, and then that pushes off to the east, and that activity is going to continue just like that. So a very active weather pattern. So what's going to happen here, we're going to see ups and downs in the temperatures. We'll see a couple days in the 7-day forecast that make it to 60. We go into a longer cooling trend, so when we go into beyond the 7-day, we're done for a while with the 60s, and then we begin another warm-up. But it does look like a very active February and March, and it could be fairly stormy around the tri-state. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center says. From the 6th to the 10th of February, warmer than normal in the tri-state. And so you can see we are right down here, right here in the tri-state area, and then this is level 1, 2. So this is pretty much warmer than normal for the 6th through the 10th of February. Okay, then we look at the 8 to 14-day outlook, and that puts us on the border of warmer than normal and near normal, the gray shade there. And then as we head into this is the graphic that's updated once a week on Fridays, so this is the brand new one. As we head from the 13th to the 26th of February, looks like we're warmer than normal. So it looks like most of the month of February is going to be warmer than normal. Now, remember we talked about La Nina, and it didn't happen. They thought it would start early, be strong, and last long. Well, none of that happened. It came on late. It's fairly weak. It won't last a long time. But typically with the La Nina, right in this area where we are, you get a bullseye of above normal precipitation. And take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center says now for precipitation for the same 6 to 10, 8 to 14, and weeks 3 to 4 outlook. So here's the 6 to 10-day outlook. There's that bullseye of precipitation, kind of big. It focuses more in on the Midwest there, and then if you look at the 3 to 4 week, that is the classic La Nina bullseye of precipitation that's above normal. And when we get, I mean, come on, this is late February, we're getting into March, we're getting stronger sunshine, And when we get a situation like this or a pattern like this, we could very well end up with more precipitation than normal, and some of that could come in as strong thunderstorms since we're getting into that time of the year. And so that's what we're keeping an eye on now. We're shifting, and we had a blast of cold. We're shifting away from our winter weather, trying to shift into spring-like weather, and that could bring some fairly big storms. Too early to call them specifically, but I just wanted to make sure you knew we were already keeping our eyes out for that. Okay, now your 7-day forecast, and excuse me for a second, I've got to take a drink here. Okay, your 7-day forecast. One of the things everybody knows that watches this, that we have something called First Alert Weather Days, and they're our way of alerting you to the weather in any particular day being of concern or being something you should pay attention to. Sometimes they're because of very gnarly, strong, severe thunderstorms. Sometimes it's just a matter of rain slowing down the morning commute. So this is what I do. Before I get to First Alert Weather Days, I use the eyeball here with a magnifying glass, and that means we're keeping an extra close eye on Wednesday into Thursday for the possibility of some thunderstorm activity. Too early to call a First Alert Weather Day. We have to see how that develops over the weekend. But right now, we're thinking in terms of some strong thunderstorms potentially for late Wednesday on into Thursday. Okay, so you can see the high temperature tomorrow, 44, 58 on Sunday. So not a bad looking Sunday. 61 on Monday with a mostly cloudy sky, 50 on Tuesday, 57 Wednesday, back to 60 on Thursday with scattered thunderstorms, and then a slight chance for a few showers on Friday. But we've got 2 more 60-degree temperatures in there, so that's telling you spring is trying to get here, but it's not going to last a long time. Beyond the 7-day looks like this. Oh, I hit the button twice. We'll go back to that. Beyond the 7-day looks like this. Notice the temperature is considerably cooler. By Saturday the 8th, normal high temperature is either 41 or warmer. Give me a second. I will look it up for you. And tell you what, so the normal high today, I'll tell you that in a minute too. I've just got to get to the right page because I can't remember all these numbers like I used to. Okay, normals for January 31st. Normal high today is 41, so it just hit 41 today for the normal high. By the time we get to February 8th, which is right there, we're beginning to see more and more longer days, stronger sunshine. So February 8th is up to 42. So on February 8th, that's Saturday, 42 is the normal high, so that's below normal. Sunday will be tied for normal, and then all the other days are below normal until we get to the 14th, and the normal high on the 14th is 43. So on Thursday, the 13th, and 13th is normal, and Friday the 14th is above normal, so we go back to normal or above normal. But each of those days, in a very active kind of weather pattern, each of those days could have a little bit of wintry mix or some rain, depending upon when the precipitation falls and at what time of day. Okay, next thing we want to look at here is the summary graphic, the 7-day plus. It's got 14 highs and 14 lows on it, and you can see where they are relative to normal. So we have a big bump above normal as we head through the 7th of February. Then we slide to a little bit below normal on the high side, recover back to just above normal by the end of the 14-day stretch on the 14th. And the low temperatures do cool off, but they look like they stay warmer than normal. So your takeaway for this particular 14-day forecast is this. Does not look like an extended period of Arctic cold, at least through the 14-day stretch, maybe through the next 21 days, and by then it's getting a little bit late to get one. Temperatures will be up and down, but cooler but near normal as we head toward the end of this period. Very active, numerous small precipitation events, and again, depending on time of day, and that could be rain, could be snow, could be a mix, but nothing really big, no big storms, and no early spring. If you're just waiting to pull those spring clothes out and get into the sandals, shorts, and t-shirts, isn't going to happen for a little while, other than those couple of days in the 7-day forecast where we have temperatures right around the 60-degree mark. Okay, let me check Facebook now, see what everybody's saying. And it's a Friday, and usually Friday nights, unless the weather's a big concern, we have fewer viewers. But I try to answer all the questions anyway, so here we are. Well, only a couple, not too many. Tina Holmes. Is the groundhog going to see a shadow? You know, Tina, here's one of the weird things I've learned from years and years in television, okay, that the groundhog sees a shadow almost all the time, and it's mainly not because of the sun, it's because of the TV lights. They're always on. So let's see. Let me take a look at what Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania looks like for the 2nd, for Sunday. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Okay, one more second. I'm almost there. I don't have it off the top of my head. Okay, for Sunday, they're saying cloudy with flurries, so maybe not. So most of the time the groundhog sees his shadow, but it doesn't look like it may happen this time because it looks like a cloudy day with a few snow showers or flurries out that way, kind of what we had on that movie Groundhog Day. Okay, so that's from Tina Holmes. Melvin Stone Street says it's going to be nice tomorrow. Yeah, Melvin, I think it's going to be pretty nice. A little cooler than today, but nice. And you know, good day for me to get my Christmas decorations that are down outside since we had all the cold weather and I couldn't do that. Jeff Beechler said, oh boy, I guess it's time for that severe weather. We don't want that. Yeah, we really don't want that. And again, we're not saying it's going to be severe, but we're just saying that everything looks like it's beginning to come together Wednesday night into Thursday of next week for that possibility of some stronger thunderstorms. And we're going to keep an eye on it. We're already looking at it in detail, but the models only go out so far, and so many things can happen between then and now. But we are talking about the possibility of some stronger thunderstorms then. Okay, only 3 comments so far. All right, well, I tell you what, I'm going to go back and review the forecast. I will check one more time after we get done with reviewing the forecast. So if you joined us late here, this way you can see what the forecasts are looking like. And we'll go over it starting, tell you what we'll start with. We will start with this evening. Okay, and I've got to make sure I'm not blocking it. Ooh, I am, so we'll give it to you full screen. And here we go. It's 50 right now. We expect the temperature to drop by 9 o'clock to 47, then down to 46 by the time we get to 11 o'clock. And notice that one icon there at 11 o'clock shows a few showers. A few sprinkles are possible. I don't think anything worse than that. Overnight, we've got a low of 30 in the forecast, and with a little bit of a breeze in the morning, the wind chill will be in the 20s, so kind of chilly. And then during the day tomorrow, a high of 44. That is 16 degrees cooler than today, but still a little bit warmer than normal for this time of year. So here's what the model shows. It shows that we're in and out of cloud cover overnight. There might be a sprinkle or a flurry late tonight. By dawn, mostly clear, but then we're back in and out of cloud cover through the day, and that kind of continues on into Sunday. And the system that's moved through the last night is moving off to the east. The next system comes in here, more than likely. Watch what happens here. We'll keep going, and you'll see the next Wednesday into Thursday. Another system comes in for the following weekend, and then a third system's already developing in the northern Rockies, so a very, very active weather pattern as we head into the middle of February. February 6th to 10th, warmer than normal in the tri-state, according to the Climate Prediction Center. Same thing for the 8th to the 14th, although our northern viewers more than likely about normal, a little bit above normal for the southern viewers, and then the 3 to 4 week, which takes us way into almost the end of February, keeps us warmer than normal. And typically a warmer than normal pattern caused by the La Nina pattern means that we're getting storms coming in out of the south and west. We get plenty of Gulf of Mexico moisture, and that's why we're worried that it could end up being one that is stormy. Precipitation-wise, more than normal through the 14th, and more than normal through the 26th. And so that means, again, when you're forecasting warmer than normal with greater than normal precipitation. As we head into late February and March, we're starting to get enough sunshine and enough stronger sunshine. That could mean severe thunderstorm activity. So we're going to keep a close eye on that because we're getting into that kind of season. And everything we've looked at in detail tells us that it looks like not only is it going to be very active, but it possibly could be a very stormy spring. And we can't zero in right on our viewing area yet, but it looks like the eastern United States is in for a fairly stormy spring. And that could extend basically from the Mississippi River to the Atlantic Ocean. So here's your 7-day forecast. Low tonight 30, 44 tomorrow, 58, mostly cloudy Sunday, 61 and mostly cloudy Monday. Still mostly cloudy on Tuesday with 50, 57 on Wednesday. That's the day those showers begin to develop. Could begin as a little mix in the early morning hours. We've got 41 in there for the low, so we're not really buying what the model says. I think it'll just begin as rain. Wednesday night into Thursday is that chance of some stronger thunderstorms. When we go to beyond the 7-day forecast, considerably cooler. Instead of 260s, we've got a lot of 30s in there. And then the 43 on Thursday the 13th is right at normal. The 45 is above normal. So we're going to go from pretty much above normal to at or a little bit below normal. And each day could see some activity with a little bit of shower, a little bit of rain and snow mixed, or just some light snow only, but no big storms. And here's that 7-day plus. Okay, we're the only ones here in the Cincinnati area that do a 14-day forecast. So you have high temperatures, low temperatures. You can compare them to normal. So you see the lows peak on the 6th and then settle down to a little bit above normal through the 14th. High temperatures also peak on the 6th, the second peak, 61 first and 60. And then they settle down to a little bit below normal. So that would average us out just about normal around the tri-state. And here's your takeaway. Okay, no extended period of Arctic cold. We've already done that. Doesn't look like we're going to do it again. Temperatures will be up and down, but cooler, near normal cooler as we head to the end of the stretch, which takes us to Valentine's Day. Very active with numerous small precipitation events and no early spring. I don't think we see an extended period of spring-like weather for a while yet, but it will be fairly wet and it will be fairly active. Okay, let me take another quick look over at Facebook, see if anybody else. And Jeff Beachler says, hey, after those strong thunderstorms that may pop up Wednesday and Thursday, maybe some snow, because we all know if you're watching around here that Jeff Beachler loves the snow. So, well, I can't rule that out. And remember, we're, at the end of March is when the Reds begin playing, and so we are within 2 months now of opening day in Cincinnati. Okay, well, that's it for now. I thank you for watching. I hope you have a great evening. Have a great weekend. It'll be kind of cool tomorrow, better, especially Sunday afternoon. So I hope you have a chance to enjoy all that. Thank you for joining me, and have yourself a nice weekend. Of course, I'll be on tonight at 10 here on Fox 19 Now.